guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Chelsea here. So today I get to bring you my favorites from Sephora that I would recommend to you for the spring bonus event that's occurring right now at all of our Sephora stores. Yay! Okay, so the sale started for Rouge members April the 26th, this past Friday, and it goes through until May the 6th. And Rouge members get 20% off of all items at Sephora. If you are a VIB insider, then you get to shop the sale May the 2nd through the 6th, and you get 15% off. And then if you are a beauty insider, you get 10% off, and you get to shop the sale May the 2nd through the 6th. So this is a great time to pick up some items that you've been eyeballing or that you know that I'm going to use and I'm about to run out. This is a great time to just save a little bit of money because we're not saving a lot, just a little bit. So yes, if you are new to my channel, I would love to say thank you for clicking on my video. I hope that you enjoyed this video, and I would love for you to subscribe and join my little family here. And if you are a returning subscriber, thank you guys so much for always supporting me, for clicking on my video and watching. I am so thankful to have you. And yeah, let's just get right into the video. So before we get started, I wanted to just say that the items that I'm showing you here are items that I really think is worth your money. There's so many items at Sephora. There's so many recommendations of products. There's so many things that I absolutely really enjoy, but I may not recommend to everybody based on variables. So the items that I'm showing you here, I really think could work for truly anybody based on skin tone, complexion, preferences, and things like that. So I don't have too many items today, or at least I don't think I have too many items, but I really tried to narrow it down to things that I really think are truly worth your money. So let's get started. So I'm going to start off with skincare. My first recommendation for skincare would be these two items from Drunk Elephant. We have the C-Firma Day Serum. This is their vitamin C serum. And then we have the T.L.C Framboos Glycolic Serum. I love these two products, and if you have watched any of my favorites videos, you probably have seen these items in there as well. So this particular product, vitamin C, is really good for your skin for allowing it to have more brightness to the skin. It's going to help to clear or at least diminish some of the dark spots and things like that. So it's a really good serum if you are looking for something to brighten your skin, help it to turn over a little bit so that you can clear your skin so that it can be more bright. With the night serum, turn it this way. With the night serum, this is really good for allowing the skin to slough off that first layer of dead skin so that you can have more rejuvenated, fresh looking skin. It is a serum that has 12% AHA and BHA blend. So if you're not familiar with AHA and BHA, they're basically chemical exfoliators. It's very gentle, and so it's not something that's going to be extremely harsh on the skin, but using this daily at night will definitely help your skin to turn over, replenish itself so that you can have more healthy, fresh looking skin. As of right now, Drunk Elephant has a deluxe sample package going on, and if I can figure out how to post a picture up here, I'll post a picture of it, where you get, these are 1 fluid ounces, you get half fluid ounces along with 3 other deluxe size products for $100. The C-Firma Day Serum in the full size is $80, and this is $90. So I think picking it up in that deluxe sample kit for a total of $100 and getting 3 other of their commonly reviewed and liked products is a great deal. My last skincare item is a new vitamin C serum that I found. This is by the brand Volition, and it's their Strawberry C Serum. I really love this, you all. So I've been using it now for I think 3 weeks, and as you can see, I put a nice dent in it, and I really can tell that this is working. This is $42, which is a definite price difference from the Drunk Elephant $80. Although I still love the Drunk Elephant, Volition might have taken its place. What I didn't know that I found out from this brand is that strawberries actually have more vitamin C than oranges. Did you know that? I didn't. So this is packed with vitamin C, and I can definitely tell a difference in my skin. So I feel like my skin is just, number one, more radiant. It's much more soft in texture, and even when I have breakouts, I still feel like my overall look of my face is very fresh and vibrant. So I am really enjoying that. I highly recommend that you pick it up, especially if you've been looking for a vitamin C serum that's not going to break the bank too much. Okay, moving on to primer. So this Milk Makeup Hydro Grip Primer, y'all, it's amazing. So I put a nice dent in it already, and I've had it just for a few weeks, but when it says Hydro Grip, I mean, you put this all over your face and your face feels extremely tacky, which is great because you know that your foundation is going to really adhere to it. But I also feel that it makes my foundation look better. So I remember I was putting on my makeup, forgot to put this primer on, and I was like, something's looking different. And then I was like, I forgot to use the Milk Hydro Grip Primer. Y'all, it really does make a difference. This full size is $30. They do have a deluxe sample, which is $15, but it is so tiny, so I recommend just for value and cost, go with the larger one. But then again, if you want to save some money and try it out to make sure that you like it, then I would say go with the $15 one. All right, on to foundation. Oh, first, this is kind of like a primer-ish product. Y'all have heard me rave about it before, so I'm not going to spend too much time on it. But the Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Hollywood Filt'r, you need it. This is going to give your face that beautiful, radiant glow from within. It can be worn without foundation. It can be worn with foundation, on top of foundation. It is the most beautiful liquid illuminator out there. It is by far my favorite. I have mine in the shade 6 Dark Tan. Get it? Okay, now onto foundation. So I have 4 foundations that I would recommend. My absolute favorite out of all of them, I would have to say, would be the Charlotte Tilbury Light Wonder Foundation. For those of you who've been watching me for the past few months, you probably saw this coming. So I wear the shade 9. This is a sheer to medium coverage foundation that I feel just leaves the skin looking gorgeous. This foundation leaves my skin looking so radiant and beautiful. I love that I technically don't have to set this if I'm going for a more dewy look, because it's not going to leave my face looking like shiny and greasy or anything like that. Like I said, I can wear it very sheer, or if I want to build it up, I can get a good medium coverage with this, so it's amazing. I highly recommend you try it out. Charlotte Tilbury is a luxury brand, so this is going to be a little bit more expensive than your normal high-end foundations, but in my opinion, it is really worth it. The second recommendation would be the Georgio Armani Luminous Silk Foundation. This is nothing new to the market, but it is just flawless. This is, however, a luxury foundation, so I'm recommending it because if you're wanting to splurge on a foundation, I would recommend both of these because Charlotte Tilbury is a luxury brand anyway, so this is going to be a little expensive compared to some other high-end foundations. But this one, if I am going out and I know I'm going to be taking pictures and I just want to look flawless, this is the one that I reach for. I have the shade 8.75. Then we move on to, this was my favorite foundation last year, and I'll tell you why it's not my absolute favorite this year. So this is the Fenty Beauty foundation, the Pro Filt'r Flawless foundation. I have 2 of them. That's how much I love this foundation, and it is still definitely one of my favorites. But the reason why it's not my top favorite is because my skin changed from being oily to now normal-ish. So in order for me to wear this and like it, I do need to mix it with an oil, because when I wear it just alone, it's actually too dry. If you're oily and you haven't tried this foundation, please try it. It's amazing. I have 2. In the spring and fall, I wear shade 330, which is this one. And then in the summer, I wear shade 350. Amazing product by Fenty. She hit it out the park with that. And then lastly, this is one of my newest foundations. I'm actually wearing this today. This is the NARS Sheer Glow Foundation. I have it in the shade Cadiz, and I love this finish. So I recently tried this foundation because I used to feel like it would be too oily for me, just based on the name Sheer Glow. And then when my skin started to normalize, I was like, well, let me start trying foundations that are more dewy-ish, that I stayed away from because I felt like my skin wouldn't be able to handle it. And this is gorgeous. I mean, absolutely stunning. And it's not as dewy as you would think it is. But I love the coverage of it. I feel like I can get a good medium good solid medium coverage out of this foundation, and it's beautiful. It's lightweight, gives me just such a beautiful finish to my face. So I absolutely love any of those foundations. I recommend them all to you all. Alright, now let's move on to concealer. My top concealer from Sephora is going to be the Too Faced Multi-Use Sculpting Concealer. I have mine in the shade Warm Sand. And I actually need to pick up a lighter shade because this is like a smidge lighter than my skin tone, and I would like for my under eye to look just a little lighter. Today I wore this and then I topped it with a lighter concealer so that I'd have some dimension to my face. High coverage, but not drying, which is why I love this so much. I hate a dry concealer. I can't work with you at all. Because my under eye skin is drier than the rest of my face. It's kind of weird. So this doesn't dry out my under eyes. It has absolutely amazing coverage. I feel like you can hardly see my freckles today. And they're pretty pigmented. So excellent, excellent concealer. Moving on to powder. So I have two powders that I absolutely love. The first being the Sephora Collection MicroSmooth powder, and I have mine in the shade Tan. This powder is so flawless. I mean, it's just flawless. So I dusted it all over my face today, and it really just helps to set your foundation, but really, like I said, give you this flawless finish to it. It does have a hint of color, so if you wanted to apply it alone to the skin, you can, but you blend it out. It's so smooth and it's amazing. I definitely, this is like my go-to setting powder for my face, especially if I'm on the go, because it's compact and I don't have to worry about it being a mess. My second favorite setting powder for my face would be the Fenty Beauty Pro Filt'r Loose Powder. I have mine in the shade Honey. This also gives me such a beautiful, flawless finish, but this is more matte than the Sephora Collection powder. So if I'm wearing a more dewier foundation that I really want to have more staying powder, I'll reach for the Fenty, whereas the Sephora Collection powder I like to wear with my more dewy foundation so I don't lose all of that luminosity from them. My all-time favorite under eye setting powder by far is the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Finish Powder. I have mine in the shade Medium 2, and y'all, this powder is everything. It makes your under eyes look like there's just a veil of just beautifulness underneath them. It sets them very well, but it doesn't dry out your under eye, which is what I love the most, because once again, my under eyes tend to be a little more dry. So I feel like I can get good coverage, or not good coverage, but I can set my concealer without my under eye area looking like dry and crepey. And also, I think the powder helps to fill in pores under the under eye, because I'll set it, you know, right around this area, and I'll set my T-zone. It's amazing. Once again, it's Charlotte Tilbury, so it is a bit of an investment, but to me, it is one that I would say go for it. You won't be disappointed. There is a shade deeper than the medium shade, so there definitely could be more shades, but there is some flexibility between the shades to where I think it could serve a good amount of complexions out there. Highly recommend that. All right, let's move on to bronzer. So the bronzer that stole my heart, Fenty Beauty. I've got a lot of Fenty products because they're just good. This is the Stalk'r bronzer that she recently came out with. I have mine in the shade Caramel Cutie. I've done a lot of damage to this in the short amount of time that I've had it. I love it. It's the bronzer I'm wearing today. I think this shade Caramel Cutie gives my skin just a natural bronze. Like, I want to go for a natural bronze look. I don't want to look red. I don't want to look like I was really out in the sun. I just want to look like sun-kissed, not sunburned. That's the bronzer that I reach for. Another favorite is this Benefit Hoola bronzer. So they recently extended their shades, and this is the one in caramel. And this is such a beautiful bronzer. I like this one when I want more of a prominent bronze. So the Fenty Beauty and Caramel Cutie, I feel gives me a lighter bronze. This one in the Hoola gives me more of a prominent bronze look. I like that it's not red. Once again, I don't want to look burnt. I just want to look bronzed. So I think this does a really good job of making me look even more sun-kissed, but not making me look red. So I Really enjoy that. I think this is one that you should check out. If I had to choose between the two bronzers, I'm definitely going with Fenty first because I just love it better. But I recommend both. Alright, on to blush. The one blush palette that stole my heart and has stolen my heart so far that I would recommend to you, the Natasha Denona Bloom Blush and Glow palette. I have posted this in one of my favorites before, but if you haven't seen it, it comes with 2 cream shades that are protected by this little flap here. I'm wearing the blush today and I just applied just a little bit of it, which is what I love about it. This color looks pretty intense, but if you take your brush or sponge, dab it into here and just lightly apply it to the cheeks, it doesn't look overpowering. This, what is this called? This is the Glow Cream Base. This is the only shade that is just really light, that I don't reach for it too much because I really can't see it on my skin. If you are of a lighter complexion, you'll probably see this more on your skin. But these 2 powder products, oh my goodness. So I used this one today to feather it on the highlights of my cheeks, or the rounded portion of my cheeks. And then I use this as a highlight. I have 3 highlights today. Got a little carried away. But this is the second highlighter that I put on my, on the high points of my cheek. And I love this palette. It's an investment, but it is so worth it. Like, I travel with this. It has everything I need in terms of cheek products, and I love it. Highly, highly recommend it. The Fenty Beauty highlight. So I have the newest one that she released, the one in Afternoon Snack and Mo Honey. This is the highlighter right here. Beautiful highlight. You have Afternoon Snack, which is the more subtle highlight, and I use this today as my first highlight. And then you have Mo Honey, which is going to be more of your intense highlight. Highly recommend this. I also have a mini size of Hustler Baby, which is such a beautiful gold highlight. And I have one of her Fairy Bombs highlights in 24K Ray. So this is a loose highlight, and this is the 3rd highlight that I have on my cheeks today. Such a beautiful color. I'm going to try to show this to you all without spilling it, but hopefully you all can see that. This is so finely milled, but it blends very, very seamlessly into the skin, which I was really shocked at because when I saw it, you can definitely see the glitter flakes within the loose powder, but they blend so well into the skin, so it doesn't look like you've got like stark glitter on your face. Love that. So I would recommend really any of the Fenty highlights if you're looking for a really good highlight that's not going to break the bank too much. For eyeshadow, I have one eyeshadow that really has stood out to me from Sephora this year that I love. And this is the Natasha Denona Mini Nude Palette. So I'm wearing this on my eyes. And I love this palette because it is simple, it is straight to the point, yet it packs a punch, and there is versatility in the eye looks that you can get. So today I use this color in my crease. I have this on the outer edge of my eye, and then I have this on the inner portion of my eye. And I feel like my eye looks so looks so pretty. It looks so well put together, but I use 3 shades. I've definitely used this this eyeshadow palette when I only wanted to use maybe just one color, and I think these 3 shimmers are so complementary to the mattes. So you can arrange any of them with the mattes and you can get full eye looks. And I love that because sometimes when you're looking at smaller palettes, you're just like, these colors are pretty, but I can't do a full eye look with it. I've got to add something to it, or, you know, I wouldn't personally wear this combination of colors. But I think this is such a great versatile eyeshadow palette. I think it's great for beginners as well because the powders blend out so smoothly. So if you're not good with eyeshadow, this is not a palette that's going to make you feel even worse about your eyeshadow techniques. If anything, I think it might make you feel better because the pigment is so good and the mattes blend very well. So highly recommend this, and it's $25, which normally her eyeshadow palettes are much more expensive. So if you've been eyeing her eyeshadow and you're not wanting to spend the $129 on the larger palettes, I would highly recommend that, and it's a good bang for your buck. The Fenty Beauty Lip Balm, or what is this called? This is the Fenty Beauty Gloss Balm. One of my favorite lip glosses ever. And in terms of high-end glosses, this is my favorite high-end gloss. I love the original color best. I've tried the Diamond Gloss. I've also tried the Gloss and Fussy, the more pink one. This one is my favorite. I can't even tell you how many times I've repurchased this since I've tried it, and I think it's great. I love how it feels on my lips. I really feel that it hydrates my lips. I also love the smell of it. It smells like, I don't know, what does it smell like? I don't know, it smells like candy a little bit, but not like the sickening type of candy. I don't know, it's really good. I really like it. And then lastly, this is one of my newer products. This is the Versali Rose Gold Skin Mist. So this is like an honorable mentions because I literally just picked this up yesterday, but let me tell you, I know that I love this spray. Okay, so we've got in here 24 karat gold infused flecks. So you can see them here. Hopefully you can see them here. This is a skin mist that's going to hydrate, prime, and set. So I have sprayed this all over my face without any makeup on, and it gives your face just this beautiful glow. So if you haven't figured out by now, I'm all for the glowy products. Gives my face a beautiful glow. Then today when I was doing my makeup, I sprayed this on my brush to apply my foundation. Let me tell you, it was such a wonderful experience. I think it just really helped the foundation to melt into my skin. I also applied it to my makeup sponge when I was applying my under eye concealer, and I was like, this is heaven in a bottle. It's a spray mist. It's $39. I do think that is a bit excessive for a skin spray. So I'm recommending it because if you've been eyeing it, please save yourself, you know, like $7 if you can, maybe more depending on what tier you are. I think this is a good time to buy it, but I think this is just heavenly. So I wanted to throw this in here as honorable mentions because I really enjoy this. This will be in my favorites because it's just that good. Like, I just got it yesterday and you can see how much I've used. Thank you guys so much for watching my video. I really hope that you enjoyed it and that you found these recommendations helpful. Hopefully you'll find some great things at Sephora, and I'd love to know what you're picking up. Leave a comment down below letting me know what you're eyeballing, what you might be picking up. Maybe I'll make another trip to Sephora and pick up some of your recommendations. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I really hope to see you in my very next video. Bye guys.